I thought I was crazy because I was like symptom spotting the whole entire month. Well, 2-week wait. I was symptom spotting for 2 weeks. And then I took pregnancy tests, 4 of them, went over to my husband who was still laying in bed. And I said, babe, I took 4 tests. And he was like, oh, sorry. And I was like, and I'm not crazy. Hi guys, it's Maggie Rose. Let's get right into it. I'm pregnant. This is how I knew. I love these videos, by the way. I think they're so interesting. Even if you're not trying to get pregnant, I just think it's so interesting how people know that they're pregnant before they're pregnant. Anyway, TMI warning. If you are someone who knows me in real life and you don't want to know the intricacies of my body, especially the weird intricacies, please don't watch this video. Click off this now. Let's get right into it. I kind of kept track as far as days past ovulation, DPO, but not entirely. So I was on a trip with my husband. We went on our anniversary trip from like 3 days past ovulation until 8 days past ovulation, something like that. So I was kind of symptom spotting while we were there, but this is the first month that we were trying for baby number 3. It's crazy, and we are so blessed and so thankful. I'm 5 weeks right now. This video won't go up on my channel until I'm like 12-ish weeks, but anyway, I wanted to symptom spot. Like for this first month of trying, I wanted to research everybody else's 2-week waits. I wanted to figure out what symptoms could be symptoms so I wouldn't keep symptom spotting however many months it would take us to get pregnant. So I wanted to look up every single symptom the first month so I could just get it all out of the way, you know? And I had a lot of them. So I was trying to look up a whole bunch of symptoms. So the first symptom that I had was about 7 days past ovulation, and it was a pain that I felt like it was like a round ligament pain. If you've been pregnant before, you know what that feels like. If you haven't been pregnant before, it felt like somebody was stabbing me. It felt like somebody was stabbing me right here. It didn't last a long time, and I got up. It was when I got up from the couch to go walk out to the patio, and I stood up really fast, and I was like, ow, 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 ow. And then it was over. Didn't really think much of it at the time, but then as I kept thinking about it, I'm like, I wonder if that was implantation, which I now think it was because I felt implantation cramping with both of my previous kids. Arya's felt like, oh, I thought my period was coming. I thought it was really bad period cramps, very nauseous for like a couple of hours, and then it was gone. With Malachi, felt the same sort of stabby situation, but it was like on both sides-ish. It was right after a workout, so I thought it was like cramping from the workout. But with this baby, it was just on the one side, just on my left side, and like a stabbing pain, like a knife stabby pain. A little bit harder than what it was with Malachi's pregnancy. Continuing on from that, I was peeing a lot, wanting to drink a lot of water, especially when we got back home from our trip. I wanted to drink all the water. Like I normally drink about 80 ounces of water a day. I was drinking easily 100 ounces a day, close to a gallon of water a day, and I was still like, I wasn't even trying it. Normally I have to try to drink a gallon of water a day, but I wasn't even trying it, and I was still thirsty. So I was drinking a lot of water, peeing all the time. I hugged Hunter really hard when we were on our trip, and my boobs hurt, and that's normally not something that happens to me anymore. So then I was like trying to like feel my boobs for the rest of the 2 weeks, and I was like, they don't really feel that sensitive, but that hurt when I slammed myself into you. So it was just like a weird thing that just happened the one time. But then I was like, well, maybe that's a symptom. So I kept looking up other videos, kept looking up other symptoms. And then I felt bloated, but not like the typical PMS bloated. I felt like a tight bloating sensation. Like you fill up a water balloon and it's like squishy and like full. That's like the bloating that I feel during PMS. This kind of bloating was like you fill up a balloon with air and then you like squish it and it's hard. Like that's the kind of bloating it felt like this time. Hope you liked that visual. I also had like really weird sharp abdominal pains when I had diarrhea. But diarrhea is like kind of a normal thing throughout my cycle. It appears sometimes, disappears other times. So I had abdominal pain during diarrhea, and I didn't know if that was a symptom or if that's just me, weird, I don't know. Another symptom was I was having really bad obsessive thoughts and anxiety. I normally don't have anxiety, but the day before we left for our trip, like that night, I could not sleep at all. I had what I would consider a very mild anxiety attack. Like the thoughts kept swirling. I was terrified that we were going to get into a really bad car accident on the way home and never be able to see our kids again. And I was trying to remember what their faces looked like before we left and what clothes they were wearing and if they'd ever remember me. And we never wrote a will, like we need to write a will and all of this stuff. It was bad. It took me a very long time to go to sleep. And that was the moment I was like, I wonder if I actually am pregnant, because that has never happened to me before. I've never had any sort of really bad anxiety before, ever. Another thing that I forgot to write down, but this happens to me during my normal cycle. I'll get a cold before my period. It's not like a regular cold, it's just like runny nose, allergies type of thing. But it normally happens like literally the week before and lasting a couple days. But this time, it was just a couple of days before my period was supposed to start.
Mommy.
You gotta be good, okay?
Okay.
Okay. Another weird thing was around 10 days past ovulation, I think, or maybe like 9-10 days past ovulation, I smelled my lotion, unscented lotion. It smelled really weird to me, almost gross to me. And I haven't really had much of a increased sense of smell per se, but some things I noticed more than other things. Oh, vivid dreams. Yeah, that's a pregnancy test. No, we don't put it in our mouth. That's gross. Vivid dreams. I always have vivid dreams. Like, always have vivid dreams. But it's a little bit different during pregnancy, and I always forget how it's different. But these dreams were like almost scary. And normally I don't have nightmares, but these dreams, the Nazis were after me, guys. Like, there was at least 3 dreams where the Nazis were after me and my children. Like, it was scary. I read a book on World War II. I blame my sister because ever since then, that's been like on my mind. And I guess in my dreams, like, I don't know, the Nazis were after me and my kids, and it was terrifying. So I don't know, that kind of made me think maybe I'm pregnant because I'm having nightmares about the Nazis after me. Oh, the kids, that's the other thing. He has been super clingy. Not so much anymore, but like before I knew I was pregnant, he was being super, super clingy and wanted me all the time. And Arya had like trouble going to sleep at night and was throwing temper tantrums sort of thing. So the kids were acting different. And it wasn't just like, oh, mommy and daddy went on a trip and now they're back, we're gonna act different. It was different than that. So the kids were acting strange, and I definitely think that is a symptom. They say kids have intuition about this sort of thing, and I believe them because my kids did act very different. Oh, I did want to tell you guys, after I told Arya, she was so excited. She wanted to sleep with my pregnancy test, and I let her. Anyway, she did sleep with the pregnancy test, and she was super excited. She said she was going to think about the new baby while she slept. So that was adorable. We're very, very blessed and very excited. And I hope you guys liked these 2-week wait symptoms. If you guys have had any of these symptoms or have had any weird other ones, I want to know below. Tell me in the comments. Thank you guys for watching this video. I appreciate you watching. It really helps out my channel. So thank you guys. I will catch you in the next one. Keep smiling. Keep finding the joy. Thanks, guys. Bye.
Thanks, guys. Bye.
Thanks, guys. Bye.